Well, it's Tech for Hire. I believe he's going to bore us again with his bullshit.
Hey YouTube, Tech for Hire here. Yep, riding the Honda. So I did test and checked, and I noticed that my audio yesterday when I went home wasn't garbage, but it wasn't as good as when I first drove to work. So I have done a test just now, and I set it up so that oh god, this thing is so weird to ride. Compared to the Triumph, oh my lord. But yeah, what I did is, again, I have that Cena piggyback on the I have the Cena piggyback that's on the GoPro. So what I did is I turned on the piggyback, and then I turned on my GoPro, and then I connected the Cena Bluetooth headset adapter. So we're gonna see if that actually makes a difference in the audio, but I really do think it will for some reason, because man, yesterday when I heard it the first time, I was like, wow, that actually sounds really good. Well, it actually sounds like it has good technology. So see, the truck is still there. What the hell? I think that guy died. It's the only thing I can think of. Alright, let's see. Oh, there is a car. Says a good reason why you look to the right and then you look to the left. And she's not even looking, she's messing with her hair. I didn't wear my boots. I should have. I was running out the door actually. I didn't hear my alarm. Freaking alarm didn't go off. But you know, of course it's on a day where I need to be in early because we had an outage yesterday, and I have to call IBM and deal with IBM, and you know, just a typical Tuesday. What's up, Beardy? So I did see Wonder Woman last night, and that's not the reason why I was late, or that I am late, or that I might be late. It's because I'm dumb and I didn't hear my alarm. But anyways, yeah, Wonder Woman was actually pretty good. I actually liked it a lot. And holy shit, Gal Gadot was freaking hot. They made her look good. I'm sure she looks good anyways, but damn, like, she needs to do some what is it, Nivea, or what, I don't know what those facial cream commercials used to be, where, you know, they'd sit there and they'd, you know, do this facial cream, and then they sit in a you know, sit in the bathroom, and then they rinse their face, but they use like 500 gallons of water and just splash it on their face. It's like, how the hell did you get that much water on your face? But she could totally do those commercials because her skin is perfect. But and she did this accent that I don't know what kind of accent it is, but it was, one, super hot, and two, it sounded cool. So like, I would believe that that was like an Amazonian type accent, but you know, since I don't know what an Amazon sounds like, you know. Dude, I just got hit in the face with a bug. What the hell? But yeah, that was a good flick. My only complaint on the whole movie was I think DC didn't believe that this was going to be a blockbuster, because they didn't spend, I don't think, that much money on songs. Like, they didn't rely on you know, kind of like what was the other one that they did? Suicide Squad. On Suicide Squad, they relied on a lot of old music. Oh, and that motherfucker better have been green. Anyways, on Suicide Squad, they relied on a lot of those old, you know, like 80s and 70s songs that everybody loved, and they would just throw those in there, and it's like, you know, get you all hyped up. Well, this one, it didn't do any of that. There was no hyping of music or anything, at least that I could remember. But I mean, it was, like I said, it didn't need it, but there was just a couple parts where they played the same song twice. And I was like, I'm sorry, but in a movie like this, you can't play the same song twice. You know, this is your blockbuster film and all that kind of stuff. No, you can't do that. So, just gotta do it. But yeah, they like, you know, the one song that you hear in the trailer, you know, where it's like the Wonder Woman song. Like, I don't know, whatever it sounded like. They played that like twice, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's one route that you could go. And then they played another song twice, and I don't know, I was just like, oh, okay. And what was the crappy part is it made it stand out for the wrong reasons, and I think they could have just done something else. But everything else in that movie was super good. I mean, even the Queen of the Amazonians, I can't remember the actress's name. She's been in a lot of stuff. She had a good part in it, and you know, it was kind of funny because they, you know, spoilers. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm just gonna say spoilers. 1, 2, 3. They kind of make her out to be crazy with Chris Pine, and I kind of like that. You know, like Chris Pine is like, she's beautiful, so Chris Pine's like, yeah, I'll help you do whatever the hell you want to do. But, you know, he really feels, excuse me, he kind of feels like, okay, you found this woman on this island and she's nuts, but she can do amazing things, so I'm going to bring her with me because she can help me, you know, escape from this place. And I kind of like that, you know, like he's like, I really don't believe this chick, but it's kind of weird because he sees that she has these, I won't say magical, more like mystical powers, and he doesn't question it. He's just like, wow, she can do all this shit. But at the same time, when she's like, you know, I have to, you know, kill Ares, you know, the god of war, I have to kill him. And he's like, oh yeah, okay. My friend here, this really hot chick who can do all these mystical things, is kind of crazy. But I'm gonna take her along because she's crazy. So I don't know. But I'm not bagging on the Chris. Oh God, I just like had his name, Chris Pine. His character, I'm not gonna crap on his character at all because I really liked his character. So, and it helps her get to the next level on her abilities. And it is kind of cool because I heard Kevin Smith talk about this, that you know, in the very beginning she's like naive and, you know, doesn't understand the world, and through the movie she's kind of learning more and more that people suck, and you know, she has to come to terms with that you know, maybe the Ares god of war is not the cause of all these problems, and that when in fact it's probably because people are shitty. So, you know, she had to come to terms with that, because, you know, you grow up on an island and you're only taught certain things. You kind of get one of those warped educations, you know, one-sided. So yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. you know, I definitely know that they're going to come out with another one. But, you know, I heard on the news that, or I shouldn't say on the news, because mainstream media don't talk about shit that's worth a shit. But I was reading an article, and they were saying that there was feminists that were boycotting this. Like, at first they were like totally supporting the movie. They were like, yes, you know, we finally have a powerful, you know, woman who's the main character. And I'm like, didn't you guys have like Jackie Brown and all that shit? But anyways, so they were all excited about the movie, and then all these idiots go, oh wait, she's Israeli? Oh yeah, we don't like her because, you know, Israelis are the devil. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This girl actually like came from Israel, was in the Israeli army, and I think that's where their biggest beef is. You know, it's like, oh, she like could have killed other people, and it's like, well, yeah, that's kind of what you do when you're in the army and you're protecting your country from a bunch of people that want you dead for no other reason than you were born there. So, you know, and I don't see why people can't understand or relate to the Israeli people. And I'm sorry if this goes off on a tangent. I promise I'll shut up after this. But like, look at the correlation between the Israelis and slaves. Okay, because that's basically what the Israeli people were. Is they were slaves, and they were being slaughtered by the millions by the Germans, and they came out of that ahead, and all they want is, you know, their own land back, because that's what Jerusalem was for thousands of years, was, you know, under Jewish rule. So I don't know. I try not to get too political on that stuff, because, you know, people get all kinds of crazy when it comes to that. I thought I had an extra gear. It really feels like I should though, right? You know, 70 miles an hour and the bike's going, ah! I need to get new tires on this bike too. Especially if I want my wife to ride it. Make sure it's all tipped up. Tip to the tip to top. Don't touch the back to the bang bang boogies. Up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. I don't know how I just do that, but psycho, I told you. Crazy. Sucks as I went right into when I was riding, I got a bug that smacked right into my visor. It's right in between my eyes. So every now and then I keep looking at it and I go cross-eyed. Like, hey, come on now. This bike actually sounds good, but it's slower than dog shit. I don't know how slow dog shit can be, but if it had a speed, this bike would be it. That's not to talk shit on this bike. I mean, it is a 750, and it is heavier than my my Triumph. You know, the Triumph is a 1200, so naturally this would be slower. But this actually, you can actually feel the difference in speed. It's kind of sluggish. But it's okay. It reminds me of why I like this bike, you know, it's just kind of different. But if I'm the only one riding these damn things, I might as well just sell this bike. My wife doesn't actually take up wanting to ride. Like, I got $4,000 just sitting there, not doing anything. That's, I think, what I could sell this bike for. $4,000. This got like 40, no, not 40. I think it's got like 30,000 miles on it now. It's pretty good. It is pretty good, pretty good. There's that popping sound that I absolutely detest. I got a cop right on my balls. It's like, really, dude? I'm waiting to see if he actually pulls me over. I'm doing. He could be just going to the station, but he is kind of riding my nuts a little bit. I still smell all the smoke. Ugh. Okay, this disturbs me because there's no cars here. Am I like that late? I hope not. I scratch my nose. Ah. Miles an hour. It's just a little annoying when a cop is like right on your ass. I kind of want to get a GoPro and point it behind me so you can kind of see like where I'm going at the same time, and that way you can see just how close other vehicles get when you're riding a bike. I mean, they get super close, and it is definitely not safe. And it's like, hello, I can't, if I stop, you guys are gonna run right into me. But, whatever. People don't seem to give a shit. I've almost been hit once. I was making a left-hand turn, you know, into a apartment complex, and I was slowing down, and a truck behind me wasn't paying attention. He almost rammed right into the back of me. He had to lock up his brakes. I was not thrilled because I watched the whole thing. I was looking at my rear view going, okay, is this guy not looking? What the hell's going on? I had straddled the line too, just in case. But yeah, luckily he didn't hit me. But I saw him as he was driving by shaking his head. It's like, motherfucker, that's not my fault. You weren't paying attention. Punk ass. Dignity Health. This cop runs into me, that's where I'm gonna have to go. That's a crazy thing too. Is like, imagine if a cop rammed into the back of you, because they weren't paying attention. The first thought on most people's minds is, oh, I'm gonna sue him. I'm gonna sue him and I'm gonna get $1 million. Well, some people like millions and millions of dollars. And that's crazy, because like you're not getting it from the cop or the police department. Where do you think their money comes from? It comes from other taxpayers. So essentially, you're having your neighbor pay millions of dollars because you got hit in the back. So I don't know. It's that whole thought process kind of irks me a little bit. It's like yeah, I mean, I understand, like, you got somebody that does something idiotic, but still, the taxpayers wind up paying for that shit. So. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, look at you. Look at you, chubby monkey. Back there, it looked like he had a very shiny head. Those cars gonna go. It says I went 105 miles on this. Sure hope that I have gas to get home. I guess we'll find out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, until next time.
I hope you liked my video. If you want to see more, feel free to click down below. Don't forget to subscribe, or you can hit me at Twitter at Tech4Hire Online.